much for joining. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to wear a matte foundation if you have a dry skin. And if you don't already, please hit the subscribe button on my channel. If you want to see more makeup content from a pro makeup artist of 15 years and you want to up the femininity, you want to up the cool, you want to up the chic in your makeup, this is the place to be, my friend. So let's get to it. The first product I'm going to start off with is the Elemis Pro-Collagen Rose Facial Oil. What's really important is if you have dry skin is that you want it really hydrated, and an oil provides a really lovely priming slip base. If you have any super duper duper dry bits that you can visibly see, particularly we see this around the nose, the brow area, the chin, use a little exfoliation beforehand. I promise I'll get a video on that soon. So I'm getting the oil, mixing it into my hands, and to do that I basically sort of rub and swipe the oil. Oh, it smells like heaven. And then I press and pat onto the skin. This smells like a dream, and what this will do, like I said, is provide a really good base for my makeup in which to sit on. And this is a lovely kind of dry oil texture. It doesn't feel too rich or heavy on the skin. Then I'm going to go in with the NARS Soft Complete Foundation. This is a brand new foundation out. I'm going to mix two shades because I don't quite have the right one. So I'm mixing Salzburg 3.5 and the shade Shale 2.5. And I'm doing like a half and half mix, purely because I don't have the colour. I like to mix it on the back of my hand. Obviously you don't have to do this if you don't need to mix your shades. Dot the foundation onto my skin so I don't overload it. The beautiful thing about using a matte and good coverage foundation is that a little goes a long way. You can really stretch it, particularly in these modern formulas. And my mind's gone blank. Oh, that's it. It's just really long wearing. So I'm going to place it where I'm mostly red on my skin. And wherever I've got any slight blemishes that I really want to cover and get on. And the foundation brush that I'm going to use to apply it is by Joy Adenuga. And this is the 002 brush. So I'm using a clean brush, and what I'm doing is blending the product in a swiping motion. And I'm doing this because if you have any dryness on the skin and you're buffing the foundation in, you can really lift that skin up, which is going to be counterintuitive to the kind of smooth, flawless matte base we want to achieve. I like to press my lips like that together to get around the mouth to avoid that foundation 90s lip. I don't like to apply too much on the forehead. You know, I'm of a certain age and I don't want to enhance any texture or any fine lines there, so I just use whatever remnants are left on the brush. And what's gorgeous about this brush is because it's got that flat surface area, it gives a really good smooth blend. Look at how flawless that is. I mean, hello! So with the excess that you've got left on your hand, you can simply pop your brush into it. I'm blending the product in, and you can stamp in where you want a bit of extra coverage. Then I'm going in with the NARS Creme Brulee in the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. It complements it really nicely. So what I like to do is just pat it on around the eye. I tend to use a slightly warmer but lighter shade than the foundation. I'm just using the tiniest amount because this is such a rich formula, you don't need much at all. Then if the foundation doesn't cover enough, you can go in and be a bit more detailed and get that extra coverage around the nose and any blemishes you want to cover. Great for any pigmentation as well. And what's really important to do is move and look at your face. Don't stay dead straight in the mirror. You want to keep moving because you might miss something in a slight corner or an edge that you might not see. And then to blend it out, there's two ways you can do this. You can use your finger to simply tap and bounce the product in, but it's really important that you only use the teeniest amount of product. So just blending it like so. And you can see how that's really brightened. I look like I've just had a power nap. Or you can go in with a brush. I quite like this brush, again by Joy. This is the 003 brush. So this is slightly contoured and it's not too small, so it will give you that control but really nice blend. Really nice blend. And I'm just, again, doing a stroking motion rather than a real rubbing round motion, because I want to sort of flatten everything if there is any potential dryness. But you can see the coverage and the texture of this foundation is beautiful. I don't always tend to wear a powder with a matte foundation because for me personally it tends to be enough. But if you are really keen to, particularly on all these Zoom calls we're doing at the moment, this is the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. This is a super fine powder. I like to use quite a small but fluffy brush. Again, this is one of Joy's brushes, the 005 brush. And what I do is I tap the excess product out and I almost shake my brush. You can also rub the brush in your hand like so, so you don't overload the skin and instantly get that cakiness. So let's say if you, I'm trying to pick up too much product, rub it in your hand and that'll absorb a lot of the excess product so you're not kind of caking it on. And these are the hot spots that we are gonna cover. Here, just wherever you get too shiny and it's more like she's had to run to get a latte kind of look, you know? And then the chin, and I'm dabbing this. Dab, 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 dab. But can you see the difference? It just refines it a little bit more. As I say, I don't always tend to wear a powder, especially with a matte foundation, but you know, you got options. Then you can set underneath the eye. I don't like to go too ham under the eye because it can look really dry, which obviously we're trying to avoid. And that's how you wear matte foundation if you have a dry skin. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, let me know in the comments below and let me know, what matte foundation do you like to wear? Thank you so much for watching and see you next Sunday.